Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a weird couple in love that loves reacting to some Witcher 3.
Yes, we do.
And so it's been a while actually since we checked out some Witcher 3 because I was thinking maybe like we'll check out some of it before we get to some gameplay for it, but we got so many games on our bucket list and it's been a long time since we checked it out, so we want to check out some more Witcher 3.
Because I miss Witcher.
Yeah, and we're going to check out the DLCs for this one. So we got Sword of Destiny, Hearts of Stone, and Blood and Wine. It's also Triple Trailer Tuesday, so that's why we got 3 trailer reactions coming out here for you. And if you want to see all of our Witcher 3 trailer reactions, go ahead and check out the description of this video. So far we haven't checked out anything from Witcher 1 or 2. We just checked out Witcher 3, but eventually we'll get to those as well.
Yeah.
We'll probably have to do like a recap video of those 2 games or watch cutscenes from them before we play Witcher 3 maybe to get the story going on.
Sounds good.
All right, let's do it. Let's start off so hopeful.
Once we were many. Now we are few. Hunters. Killers of the world's filth. Witchers. The ultimate killing machines. Among us, a legend. The one they call Geralt of Rivia. The White Wolf. We meet again, Witcher.
Your Imperial Majesty. She's returned, Geralt. After all these years.
Assassin.
Sure it's her? Yes. And she's in danger. Witnesses claim the Wild Hunt follows her. You must find her. And when I do, what then?
I shall give her what she deserves.
Doesn't sound like you're gonna be nice to her.
Say, what is that exactly?
Yeah. Pretty flowers.
Some wine and dining?
Yeah.
White Wolf. At last. I come for her of the prophecy. Every decision you make will bring devastation. Each choice will lead to a greater evil.
Sexy redhead over there.
Mm-hmm. She like green eyes too. That's such a sexy combination.
Oh!
Oh.
This is 2015. Crap's amazing.
Yeah.
This one only gave it a 9.3.
One of the best games ever made.
Remember me? We met in White Orchard. I helped you find Yennefer. It seems you need my help again.
Ooh.
Do you want my help?
Oh god.
It's a deal. Let me tell you a story. It's about a man, worse than most. A man who refuses to pay his debts.
Well struck, Witcher. But perhaps you'd care to tell me why you meddled in a matter not yours.
What the hell?
Oh my god.
You're immortal.
Indeed. But it's not what folk imagine. Not dying does not mean eternally living your life to the full.
So it's a curse.
You must be careful what you wish for there are consequences.
You need to get into the vault. We break in, each take what we need. You one I can count on. Why do you wish to see the Lady of the Hunt?
See how I've reeled her in? Now don't fuck this up.
Confident in its own skin. I like that.
A good life is best described using simple words. Honor, wisdom, valor. The virtues we cultivate were bestowed upon us. They became a code, our code.
Some say we strayed from the path of virtue. And a god sent the beast to teach us a lesson.
I say we simply hire a beast slayer. Don't let them fool you into thinking it's just another contract. This land has never seen such unspeakable evil.
The land of love and wine.
Exactly how I remembered it.
Wow. I think Witcher 3 and Red Dead Redemption 2 are the two games that I'm most excited to play once we get to them. But it's also like a very daunting task because it seems like both games would like take a long time to play through. I'm very impressed with the feeling you can get from just these trailers alone and the beauty of it, like in that last shot of the world, while also like the creature design for the different monsters. I think is also really cool and kind of blown away by these every time we watch them.
I love the last trailer because it showed us, I think, more of like the world and the gameplay outside of just the monster killing. And a lot of what we've seen so far is the monster killing, which of course is like arguably the most exciting part. But it was interesting to see what else is in store for us when we dive into this world. It also brings up an interesting question: immortality. Blessing or curse? You know, I think I've always thought immortality would be very exciting and cool because like all those times in history that you could live through, like you could see so much and see evolution in action, how humans evolve, how society evolves, how technology evolves. Like you would get to see all of that and have the wisdom and perspective of having lived through certain times and learning from it. All that being said, if you can live forever, then any good or bad moment suddenly becomes kind of like meh.
It's
like,
true.
It's not the value that they hold to us now is because we know our time on this planet is limited.
That is a very good point, and also I think for me, just personally, I think it's different for each person. You know, so much of life and the value in life is the relationships that you build and the relationships that you have with people, and so you can't really. I mean, you either need to be okay with suffering great loss over and over again, or you know, just kind of be a little bit more of a loner. And also I think it might be like frustrating to live and go through like humanity like building itself up and like tearing itself down like over and over again. And just like the cycle of violence that happens a lot of times in humanity. That would be kind of frustrating, I'm sure. In one sense, it's cool you get to see like live through these different times and these different periods. I've actually had like this conversation with friends before. It's just like, okay, if you could be born at like any time, like what time period would you have want to have been born at? So like what periods like you could like kind of live through. So that's something that it's always fun to ask and discuss. So you know that's something that if you want to go ahead and drop down below in the comments, let us know about that. Because you know some of it's kind of like, okay, you think about like, you know, the Wild Wild West, how kind of, you know, that'd be kind of cool to live with. But then, you know, some of these things that have been romanticized through movies and through like, you know, novels and whatnot, like living through it and whatnot, and like the disease and
lack of hygiene.
Yeah, lack of hygiene that goes into it all. Of course, you wouldn't be aware of what's better necessarily. It's not like you're going through like you're back in time like with your consciousness, like you're living through those times, just, you know, knowing that that's all that there is. Or I mean, I guess you could have it the other way. Maybe if you could go back to the future, like if you were Marty McFly.
I mean, there is a TV series that I love because I've read the books called Outlander, and it does deal with a woman who goes back in time.
She loves Outlander.
I do.
Loves it.
But like it talks about how like her awareness of how she has to grapple with the reality of the the past that she's in and like the politics of that time, because she's English, and being English at the time in Scotland when the English are enemies is not really optimal at that moment. Not having things like, you know, morphine is not great. Not having things like even antibiotics aren't invented yet. I mean, like all these things that we take for granted, being able to brush your teeth. It feels really nice when they're clean. But you know, like back then they didn't have those things.
It's always funny hearing her talk about Outlander because it's like a guy talking about Playboy and justifying the articles in it. It's just like, okay, yeah, she justifies all this. It's girl porn. That's all Outlander is. It's girl porn.
That is what he calls Outlander. And there is a very attractive man who leads the show. And there's also a lot of sex in the show.
Yeah. Oh, but it's not just about that.
I read the books before I met him. So my fantasies have already played out before he was in the picture. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, okay. Anyways, thanks so much for checking out this Triple Trailer Tuesday with us for The Witcher 3. Let us know what you thought about these trailers down below in the comments, and more suggestions for different videos to check out, either for Witcher 3 or the Witcher franchise, or just for other games in general. You know, we got people that request, you know, the same video over and over again on each and every one of our videos, which we always appreciate, you know.
Yes.
We like the dedication.
We like the reminders.
Yeah, the reminders as well.
It's a long list. It's good to have reminders.
Yeah, and we don't mind that as long as you don't mind waiting and, you know, having patience, extreme patience, because we got a lot to get through. But again, thanks so much for checking out our reaction for The Witcher 3, but keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.